There's the new lot.
Yeah.
Like, let's call them the 2013 fans, which you got to appreciate because, bro,
I love them, bro.
some of them are too young to be saying, getting them hyper, get them dirty like a
Trust
baby.
me.
They weren't in the clubs.
They weren't, bro.
They weren't. So
I
you know.
appreciate them a lot. The only thing with them is some of them, they like to control you, but I'm not angry about that.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
But what with the new fans that they don't know about Wiley, do you want them to know? What do you want them to know about your past or who you are musically or as a person?
I think the internet can tell them. Also, like, the internet can tell them who I am, but also I want them to know that I'm human. I'm not like I'm not a robot. I'm not here for 1 week. I'm not a one-hit wonder. I'm not talentless. I'm not a show-off either. But I want them to, like, understand that I am that human. Like, I don't want them to think if I step 1 foot wrong, it's the end of the world. Because if they step 1 foot wrong, I'm not going to say it's the end of the world for them. I'm going to say, no, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to try and encourage them. So I just need them to grow.
I hear that. Nobody's perfect vibes.
Yeah, that vibe, bro. That's what I want them to know. In this game, people perceive and accept people. So Tiny Temper's perceived and accepted by them fans and the fashion world. You understand what I'm saying? So he ain't just here because of music.
Yeah.
Dizzy is accepted by people who have been there for ages. His fans are the most loyal.
Yeah.
Like the ones who buy his album, he's been there. For me, it's been like a bit of touch and go with me. So I've been there, I've not been there. They've got a reason to say, wow, where's he?
Yeah.
And then they've got a reason, oh yeah, he's there. So I think I'm a bit more elusive, and I think that's probably what has saved me. It's really crazy to say, but the fact that I'm elusive, or I might not turn up here, or da-da-da, or there's always someone, I think it's kept me here. Because had no one spoke, I would just be no one. I think that. Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
I suppose.
If you followed sort of like the same rules that Tinie and Dizzy did, do you think it wouldn't work for you?
Nah. And this is exactly what happened when me and Dizzy started out. Like, he was Dizzy Rascal, and we all wasn't playing along to his tune, but we wanted to go down his route. And there was only one door in XL Records, and they was only going to let Dizzy in there, and then they let Wiley in there, and then they was going to shut that door. And we thought, yeah, we're going to make it together. We weren't. He had to go this way. I had to do all this bunglings for the last. So I understand. I respect it.
Well, you reel them in on Twitter like mad though.
Yeah. I understand. You know what it is? I think
you love Twitter, it though, innit?
Yeah, because Twitter, if you see me on Twitter as V-neck jumper, bleached jeans, I'm not any different. The only thing is I've calmed down. I had to calm down. I'm on a major label. I'm doing blah, 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 blah. But I actually use Twitter in a different way to how other people use it. I use it for promoting of music. I use it for messing around.
Yeah.
I use it for confrontation. And sometimes some people, they might say something. Like, I heard people have been arrested for comments,
Yeah.
But I'm on there messing around, so I can't see how someone's going to get arrested. But that's what I've had to learn.
People take it seriously.
Yes, I've had to learn that actually the news are using Twitter.
Yeah.
That's the news. Yeah.
A lot of people, like the police use Twitter and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. I understand what it's become. So I can have a laugh and a joke, but it's actually you have to be careful what you say.
Yeah, I hear that.
But I like the fact that you do that. Like, I remember one tweet that you put out, you said, I don't want to be here, I'd rather be an avatar. Like, I like...
We all want to be blue sometimes.
Like,
Be blue, man.
Sometimes you want to be blue just chilling with other blue people.
Yes.
In life.
Yes.
Let's talk about Glastonbury.
It's not even no offense to Glastonbury. They're cool. This is me. This is between me and my team. And this is a thing, like, I'm in Cyprus having a great time. I know I've got to come back and do Glastonbury. I get on the plane.
You didn't want to do it though,
No, but I get on the plane, I come back because I know I've got to. I came back for other ones. I said to John, is it raining, John?
Manager John.
Yeah. Nah, it's not raining, man. It's sunny, man. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I got on the plane. As soon as I got to England, rain. I thought, cool.
No, but when he said it was sunny though, to be honest.
So he wasn't wrong.
Nah,
so I'm not even angry about that.
Yeah.
So, and then I got back, I was like, right, Glastonbury, I was sitting there. And in my head, I was thinking, why don't I want to do Glastonbury? I was in my kitchen thinking this because something was telling me, nah, you don't have to do this. Then I trailed back to where I got back to last year, and I was like, oh yeah, because last year, I remember Billy saying...
Your agent.
Yeah, Billy saying to me, yeah, we're going to get you on Glastonbury. Then he couldn't get me on there for some reason. And I was like, don't worry, Bill.
So you did want to do it last year?
Yeah, that was the time. But then I think it was a year when I might have been battling maybe with Dot Rotten or someone, like in the underground.
Yeah.
And then I
Okay.
think the year come round and then they put all them dons on and not me.
Didn't care.
So it was just a personal thing and a few other personal things with them as
Yeah.
well. So I thought, is this my time to turn left? It could be the time to turn left because I don't want to. I'm sick of the wellies. I'm 30 odd. I'm not interested in running around in mud anymore. But we can talk about Cumbria and the festival.
No.
And,
Do you want
and-
to?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because the truth is, I'm not from Cumbria. I'm from London. So how could I have a problem with any one person in Cumbria?
Yeah.
I can't. Let's get that straight. But also, that's another situation where I've flown in from Cyprus again, 4.5 hours. I've come, they've said, yeah, you got to go there. It's a 7.5 hour drive. I'm like, oh yeah. So you could have got me like a little connect flight to Newcastle or somewhere. Please, lads, you didn't need to tell me that I got to drive 7 hours.
Adventures.
You know what I mean? And then what's wrong is, say if I explain myself like, 7 hours, shouldn't have said that because that then made them moan.
Yeah.
So then I saw them moaning, and then I said, I gotta go now because they're moaning. And I went there, and then I hit the stage. I was there all day, and I hit the stage, and then it was like cool, they was having it, but then the group weren't having it. So a group said,
So what? Because not a lot of people saw what they did. What was they doing?
They didn't do anything as such, just a few bottles and coins were being thrown, but I didn't see till the end. I looked on the floor, there's bare coins. So I'm saying, right, someone wanted my eyeballs out. But I hear them. It's all right. They want to come on to me and sue me, but someone wanted my eyeballs out.
But did that automatically get your back up? Like it's gone.
Because I kept doing the songs. Obviously, you can see I'm just getting through it, and then I stopped and I thought, right, there's loads of coins on the floor. There's coins on the floor. I don't have to carry on really because it's 15 minutes. I've just done Heatwave, bust up the dance. Really, I can move and go home from here because a coin might take out my eye. They're not going to understand
Dangerous.
that side. Yeah. And that's what it was. It was very dangerous. I think people would have left the stage earlier, but I was just trying to get on with the show. But after like 15, 20 minutes, it was just, I didn't have to continue.
So and then obviously came the backlash of people that
Yeah,
took
all the
offence and then-
attacking, yeah. And all the comments now, because Twitter is an escalation place. Like once one thing said, you can't stop the escalation.
Yeah,
no
yeah,
one
real
can.
talk.
It's way out of your hands. And obviously I know that. I've been in it loads of times. So I knew that was gonna, I thought it would end though. It just carried on for days.
It's
and
made
days.
you more famous though. You've been in the papers enough for all of that.
See,
More so
and I
than
ain't
when you
seen
had
it.
the hits, bro.
I ain't seen it in the papers, but I've read a few little markers like
You was chilling in the sun, bruv.
and it says
All that, mate.
it says give back to the charity and that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's friendships that you have now from people that you didn't have friendships with in the
Yeah, but
first place,
say
and then
the
maybe
person and I can say.
Tiny Temper. You don't have a
That's
problem
it.
with Tiny Temper
I've
though.
got no problem with Tiny Temper, but listen to this. If I made a record and started Eeny, Meeny, Miny, I don't know if yous would let me get away with that. End of story.
Well, how do you think Tiny gets away with it?
I don't know, mate. I don't want to argue. I'm not against you, Tyne, but Tyne, you wouldn't even accept me if I had done a tune called and I started that way and I sounded American. I'm just pulling you up. It's an MC thing. I'm not hating you. I'm not a hater on you.
You ain't a fan of the American accent.
Well,
Like,
are
on a
we
British
allowed
artist.
to do it? Can I do it on the tune, please, if that's all right? Because I don't know if you would all like me if I did.
But I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I don't think I'm not sure you'd play my record if I come on a little American tip. I'm not sure you would.
It depends if that's where
And
you want to
if
take
it sounded like Big Sean tune, I'm just not sure. But I'm not angry at Tyne. I appreciate he's making urban music.